let's talk about our build plan here. So what we have behind me is an accent wall that was installed in our house in about 1979. It's cedar shiplap, and it was probably at one point really, really nice, but it's been painted with eggshell primer about 6 or 7 times since then, and we'd like to switch it out for something a little fresher, a little newer. This wall is a focal point. It's the first thing you see when you walk in our house, so we're going to switch it over to thin brick. So here's the brick we're going to be putting on the wall. It's a thin brick product made by Meridian Brick. Not a sponsor, just a product that's sold locally here that we really like. It's applied to the wall with mortar or construction adhesive, whatever you have. They're a little more than ½ inch thick. They go on the wall. Just you butter up the back, stick it on, and that's how you do your accent wall. We're going to be using a dark gray mortar that we picked up from the same place we got the brick, which I think will look really nice. We're also going to re-insulate behind that wall. I know it's an interior wall, but we get a lot of thermal bridging happening through that wall from our kitchen, so we're just going to go ahead and throw some insulation in there. And first thing we're going to do is tear all the shiplap off and install our hardy backer and get going. Let's go. Alright, so the methodology here is pretty straightforward. I've got my mortar mixed up. This is a 3-to-1 mix, so that's 3 sand to 1 part cement, masonry cement. It's mixed a little thinner than I would probably, that you would probably mix it for normal brickwork, but this hardy backer is very, very thirsty, and it tends to pull the moisture out of the mortar really, really fast, so we're a little wetter than normal, and then I'm spraying the wall down before I put everything on there. But basically, you take a brick, you take one of these, whip your mortar around a little bit, and you kind of just sort of slap it on there. And again, this is a little soupier, so it's a little tougher to work with than maybe normal. I'm looking for a little more squeeze out than I might typically. But when you put it on the wall, you want it to seat in there fully. So you're going to get a little more squeeze out than normal. And what I kind of do, what I find works really well, is if you sort of make kind of a pyramid shape. So you're sort of looking to make you're kind of making that right there. So you have a little bit of a peak in the middle, and then when you press it onto the wall, it flattens out, and you don't get quite as much squeeze out. So you get more contact with the surface on the wall. Brick is looking pretty good. I don't think I'm going to end up getting a full brick up at the top like I thought, which is unfortunate, but yeah, I'd rather have the brick looking really good right here, kind of on this corner. I just feel like that's something that's going to draw your eye to it. But overall, it's looking really good. I'm going to save all my cut pieces for later. We'll just do all of those in one fell swoop. But I'm just going to keep working my way down across the wall. And yeah, it's going really good. So here we go. So this is something that you want to watch out for. How wet your sand is will drastically affect how much water you need to put into it. So even though this is a 3-to-1 mix, which includes water, which would include a whole bucket of water, this sand is really, really wet. So I'm not going to add nearly as much water. I mean, look at this stuff. See how it's like it's filled with water. So you got to take that into account when you add your water and your Portland and all that good stuff. Well, that concludes this project, and I have to say I could not be happier with how it came out. I love it. Shelby really loves it, which is the most important thing. But overall, it wasn't too bad. It was a lot of work. It took some time. But for the most part, I'm thrilled with it. I hope you enjoyed the construction of the brick wall. I hope the tips were helpful. If you found them helpful and you feel as though I have earned it, hit the thumbs up button for me. It does help me out a lot. If you want to see more of what I make in the future, hit subscribe. I'm Kevin, this has been Rad Shop, and I will see you on the next build.